There we go. Dope. Right, now I have to have, like, all sorts of stuff open for this. Move that over here. Now I want this over here, I think. And I want this over here. There we go. What's up? Okay, let me actually pull back open this now. Okay, so I have to like triple check that everything is working because for some reason, okay, I think this is gonna work. Hi, I'm still sick. This is gonna be a short stream because I'm sick. I missed you guys too. I was like, I want to do something. So today we are talking about my garden. This is definitely going to be more of a chill stream. I think I set this up correctly, and I'm still trying to find a way to, because I have this in presentator mode. That's a real word. Hi, I'm Baconing, and hi, Juan, and hi, Tyler. I'm like a little bit out of it, so like, I'm sorry. Let me know if like something is scuffed, and I will like do my best to, you know, figure it out. I missed everyone, and I wanted to talk about my garden because I've mentioned it a bunch, but I've never actually like done the thing of like actually showing pictures, except for like a little on Twitter. Okay, cool, that's showing. Now can I just stare at my Firefox tab and have that showing? I don't think Streamlabs matters here. So real fast, I'm gonna try this really fast. That goes back to that. This goes to here. Okay, cool. That does the thing that functions. I played with presentation mode, which basically just means this is a whole Google Slides presentation. Okay, I was sick in bed and I was literally just making a Google Slides presentation. I went through 111 photos, and these are the 43 that made the cut. Hi, Jay. I missed y'all. And I have long hair in this because, frankly, this is the most accurate to how I did the garden, and I need you to understand that it's kind of a massive pain in the ass to till a garden with long hair in your face after you work for 10 hours. So, first of all, as with every YouTube tutorial or video, this is the end result. I picked all of this in one day. This was like the last like produce of the season. I think I had like a few bush pickles after this. Tax aged up. When the tomboy character grows up. Oh no. But like, this is... I'm just broken. This stream is just broken. This is the final result. I picked all this in one morning after work. As you can see, there's a shit ton of bush pickles. This is foreshadowing. I have some tomatoes in there. I have a purple bell pepper along with a regular bell pepper. All the peppers are on a separate plate like the hot peppers because I, live with people who are frankly little bitches when it comes to spicy. Bless Tech Demon, he's not made for spicy. Hi, Rag! There are Anaheim chilies and hot, it's like a cherry pepper. I cannot remember for the life of me. I got all my saplings at a flea market. And I tried to grow Hungarian hots. They did not work. The plant did the thing with the growing, but it never flowered. Which is weird because the purple peppers, Tech Demon's mom went with me and her purple peppers did not grow, but her Hungarian hots flourished. I don't know what was up with that. So first, like I mentioned, farmer's market, or that's where I got all the saplings. There's one right near my house. It's beautiful. I love having, it's nice, but I just have to show some of the beautiful pictures. First of all, I saw this in my photos and I couldn't not show this. You gotta show them girls your grower racks. I have the biggest pickle. Hi, Frauder. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry I sound like I'm dying. Yes, flea markets and yes. what I go to, it's like a mix of a flea and a farmer's market, because like there's people selling plants and flowers and vegetables, but like if you go further down, there's people with tables selling like jewelry and like other things. And then I also have some gourmet head for you guys. I swear this actually has plants in the next slide. I swear. I just had to show my gourmet head. I did not grow lettuce, unfortunately. Okay, that's me being a child. That's me being a child. Here we go. This is square one. This is before I put any plants in. Those bricks aren't there anymore. We were building a fire pit, but like this is just, there's some tomato cages ready to go. Just basic plot of land there, a little squared, the little section there that got tilled. Those are all the saplings on the left. Like I said, all of them are from the farmers / flea market. I don't even know what to classify it as. Like I said, there's everything there. It's like Walmart, but by the people. Communist Walmart. That's the description I was trying to sound there. Bless you, Rag. I'll try to give you like strong garden tutorial as you do, your actual human job. But this is what we started out with. This is what we're working with here. All of the grass in this neighborhood is like ridiculously healthy, and I don't know why. I just don't question the good luck. Also, mind you, I had to be very careful setting up this because, as you could see, my neighbor's driveway is right there, and I had to go through because a lot of it showed his full license plate, and I was like, that's not good. So I also have this chamomile plant. This is very dead. I killed this. I killed the crap out of this. It was an outside plant, and I watered it, and it just died. And I just killed the crap out of it. I just wanted to include him in his memory there. I killed the crap out of this plant. It is no longer alive. Oh. Everyone stole it. I was so scared people were going to steal my plants, but everybody was really cool about it. First blood. And I also have... I'm not doxing myself. I did good. I did good about that. I like triple checked. I made sure that like no houses were super visible. This is the full-grown pear tree in my backyard that produces pears, and I really need to go check now that it's about pear season, and I haven't actually gone outside in like 2 weeks. I've been to urgent care and back. That's been my outside for like the past week and a half. But it grows pears. It came with growing pears. I love it. I love pears. Beautiful. There's no doxing in this stream. Okay, here we go. This is everything after it was planted. Like the bricks, and I don't think you can see it because my face is there, but like there's bricks for a fire pit that got built. They just got dropped off, and we just hadn't built the fire pit yet. I swear we don't have bricks just chilling there year round. Thank you, Frauder. Bless. I am getting better. You don't want to know what I sounded like on Monday. It was horrific. Ooh, but this is the plants just freshly watered. Everything's put in there, and look how tiny everything was. It was all so tiny. Here's a better close-up of that. Like, everything was just super tiny, and I loved it. It was just, I was like, it's life. I'm creating life and killing the chamomile plant, but everything else is making life. Honestly, pears are so good. I'd never seen a pear tree either. I just never seen one. I wanted to go apple picking this year, but right in the middle of apple picking season, I got super sick, and I can't go pick apples, and gave everybody my plague, so I just did not pick apples this year. Oh. I can't get the big ones on top. I always go for the low branches. I can't eat enough pears to go for the whole pear tree. I just kind of go for the low ones when I'm feeling like pears. I'm too short. I was at Hot Topic with my brother, and we had to get an associate because we both have short parents, and unfortunately we were not tall enough to reach the My Chemical Romance sweater. But this is baby plants. A fishing net. Huh. Honestly, I liked the hook the guy had. I want to get more hooks. But as you can see in this one, like, it's not super obvious, but like, you can see like the super lime green looking plant in the middle, he grew a little taller. The parsley on the far right there, I didn't tell you what I was growing. We're on slide 11, I never mentioned what I was growing. I'm stupid. Okay, different picture here. This guy is a better indicator here. Okay, so far right, we got parsley. As you can see, the parsley is already kind of doing his thing. I had 3 separate parsley cuttings, and they've just flourished next to the parsley. To the left, okay, yeah, so this is the parsley. I think you can see my cursor. If not, I'm going to keep giving, like, cues here. To the left of the parsley, this is my eggplant. The eggplant, man, I'm scared of heights. I can't use ladders. It's really bad. I actually can't climb stairs unless I know the stairs, and even then, I like cling to the like stair rail. Like I'm so scared. It's bad. I can't function in normal human society. That makes me sound like some kind of goblin. I have a job, I swear. I just work in a one floor environment. And then, this was the purple pepper. This was the purple pepper. Yes, this was the purple pepper. Sweet. It was a sweet pepper. It was really good, actually. Behind it is the bell pepper. They were good. Then it was, I believe this was the Hungarian hots. Yeah, I think this is it'll be more obvious when I go to the later pictures, but they were Hungarian hot peppers. Then there were the bush pickle. Look how tiny this is. I want you to take a second and just really engrave in your mind, like this little plant right here. The one that's like super like by itself, this plant here, because this motherfucker becomes a problem later, and I just want you to just memorize what it looks like when it's tiny. Then there's like the hot peppers. To the left is the Anaheim chilies. To the right is the hot cherry tomato peppers. I don't know how to describe them. And then to the left, I had 3 tomato plants. 1 was aroma and 2 were beefsteak. Again, it gets more obvious as it goes on, but like that's the basic gist of our garden here. And the dead chamomile plant. See, ladders are too short and I'm too short. That's the problem. Alright, so you've seen my hand before. I have no worries about this. Again, just take in for a second the sides of this. Oh, he's already flowering in that too. Look at the little flower. I tried to find a better picture of the flowers. I could not. I sent one and I couldn't find it when I was digging through pictures. Again, 111 pictures. I don't know how I misplaced the flower picture, but just look at that plant for a second. Just really take in how manageable it looks. The difference between a bush pickle and a cucumber is they're basically the same thing. Hi, Andre. They're the same thing, except a bush pickle, like, instead of vining up like something, it stays to the ground. It bushes. It's like a floor vine. You know, like pumpkins do their thing? Think like a pumpkin almost, except it has cucumber on it. So the bush pickle doesn't need a cage, but the tomatoes do have cages. I actually was short a tomato cage, so the Romas were floor tomatoes. I still got Romas out of it, but like they were floor tomatoes. It was terrible. I kept meaning to get a cage, and it just did not happen this summer. So the beefsteaks had cages. The Roma did not. Another little progress picture. This was June 23rd. I realized I forgot to mention the dates. I planted the garden on May 30th, if I believe. Yeah, so I just totally skipped over like a month. This is a month in. I'm bad at thoughts. Yeah, this is a June 23rd. I really wanted to document this. Like, it was my first time having an outside garden. I've never had a place I could grow an outside garden, and it was really exciting. Honestly, I'm, like I said, sick, not fun, but it was a nice activity to just kind of sit down and go through all the pictures and go, I remember when the bush pickle wasn't a hazard. This is a lot of fun, honestly. Like, this was a lot of fun to set up. Size doesn't matter, except in bush pickles, in which if they get too big, you have to core the seeds. If you get them small enough, you don't have to core the seeds. You have to get the prickly spines off. But as you've seen, mine got a bit too big. Oh, string beans. Oh, I want beans now. But here is everyone. Like, you can't see the cages too well, but like the beefsteaks are growing pretty tall there. They've got their cages there. They're doing all right. I really thought the Roma was gonna die. That's also why I didn't bother with the Roma cage, because I thought it was gonna die. It looked pretty sus when we got the sapling for it, and I just assumed it was gonna die, and it ended up not dying. So I was just like, well, shit, I got told. I got. It showed itself to me there. The peppers are growing taller. The bush pickle has flowers, but is still reasonably manageable, and the parsley is already exploding. Now, you will notice the eggplant seems to do nothing. It seems to be doing fuck all for the entirety of this. You'll see at the end, it was doing something. I just didn't notice. Yeah, the plant was just like, oh, I'll show you. You don't believe in me, Mom? Hi, Summer. Honestly, plants taking out your power. Okay, we have trees in the front yard that did that. We still have to get one removed, actually. It was bad. We had to get one removed before we could move in because the power people just wrapped around our branches, and that was whatever until the trees died before we bought the house. Here is another one. You can see a bit of his trailer thing, but there's no license plate, so like we're gonna ignore that. You don't see that. Parsley is still exploding. The bush pickle is starting to come a little bit into itself there. Like I said, flowers, no big issues yet. No big issues yet, but it has its flowers. It exploded so quickly. Like, I'm just kind of traumatized by the bush pickle. Yep, the Roma still looks like he's finna die, so like that's a thing. I was still tilling every day at this point. I was determined to keep these things alive. I was so excited getting vegetables from this. The Hungarian hots, like, they didn't die or anything. They just never produced pepper. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, so this one is June 26th. This is only a few days difference, but like, the bush pickle is still doing his thing. He's starting to kind of encroach in the peppers a bit. The hot peppers were starting to grow like weeds. Like, they were getting tall. They were getting real tall, and the parsley is exploding in this. The parsley is just... The parsley just also kind of exploded, but it was a manageable explosion. I wanted to make tabbouleh, so that's why there's parsley, except I didn't get a chance to learn how to make tabbouleh until, like, the end of the season, so, like, we just have, like, a giant parsley bush for no reason. Thank you for coming, Summer. Good morning. We're just talking about gardens and generally listening to my sick voice. But, yeah, that was 26. Everybody's doing good. Here is the parsley. It was a square still at this point. Like, I started with 3 saplings, one behind the other, like, vertically, and they just started to go sideways. There was a little bit of a weed in the back there. I had a bit of a weed problem for a bit, but we took care of it. It got taken care of. And then there's the eggplant, who, again, the eggplant just seemed to do nothing all season. I really thought the eggplant was going to do, like, nothing. I was like, well, it's like the Hungarian hots. I guess that's just a cursed, I guess it's just a cursed square. But then the eggplant also just like, okay, I'll grow. I'll spite you. Minecraft parsley. Honestly, like, the parsley just, I didn't expect it to become as big as it was. Tech Demon's grandma has like a whole barrel just for parsley, and I can see why. It needs very wet, and thankfully it was a very rainy season, which also helped a lot when I was sick. The bush pickle is still doing its thing, as you can see. This is still the 26th. I got some close-ups of the plants. I tried to get close-ups every once in a while just to kind of see how everybody was doing. But the pepper plants are getting taller. They started doing their thing. They were very happy. Bush pickles, as you can see, like, this is the start of the problem. Like, this is the start. I know I sound like I'm over-exaggerating this bush, but, like, as you can see, I'm starting to point towards the peppers. You'll see later. I'm not crazy. This is slide 19 of 43. You'll see in the next 10 slides, this thing's become such a fucking hazard. And then the pepper plants are still growing super tall. It was the most exciting part for me for a while. I was just looking at the pepper plants because I love spicy. Anaheim chilies weren't as spicy as I hoped, but, like, the cherry hots, those things were spicy, and it was great. Stay in your lane, bush pickle. And like I said, like, I thought the Roma was gonna die. Look at that thing. It's freaking tiny. The beefsteaks were doing great. The beefsteaks were growing. They were tall. They were doing their best. But, like, the Roma I really thought was gonna die. Like, it was so tiny. The bush, oh my god, it was terrible. Whenever we had to mow the lawn, we had to move it into the garden temporarily, and if Tech Demon didn't think to move it back out, it would try to snare, and I had to go unsnare it from things. It was hazard bush. I'm gonna have to, like, what I want to do next year is, like, maybe do, like, an L-shaped garden or something like that, so I can just do the bush pickle in his own, like, square, because my grandma loved them. I gave a bunch to my grandma, and I want to make grandma happy, so I'm just gonna keep growing them. I just don't eat them enough. She ate the crap out of them. I gave her like 8 and she ate them in a day. This is the 28th now. This is a couple days later. As you can see by the brick, I get a little enthusiastic with the hose sometimes. Everyone's doing good. Peppers are still growing taller by the day. Super exciting. The eggplant gets some large leaves. Like, the eggplant's leaves just go big. It did not overnight frost. This is the middle of summer, so, like, we were safe from that. I had some rain. We had a couple chilly days, and I kept, like, staring. This was also during the pipe incident of 2022. I didn't stream for, like, a week or so, maybe a little longer. This was when I got sick in the summer. I get sick a lot. It's not good. But right after I finished my antibiotics and finally was starting to feel better, like a day after that, we had to leave the house for a week because we had to get all the piping in our basement replaced, like, immediately. $17,000 out of the house for a week. It sucked. It was so bad. Oh my god. And then I had to come by and water it every now and then. Thankfully my work was decently close to the house, so I could just come by and, like, water before and after, but it was so bad. There was no running water in the house, so, like, all I could do was, it was basically a matter of how long can I handle staying in the house before I needed a toilet. The water hose is, like, it has, like, honestly, yeah, like, I had some help, actually, with the spacing. Like, Tech Demon's mom helped me set everything up because she's the best, and we thought this would be enough spacing. Her bush pickle also went kind of insane. She was snipping it. I did not snip it because I wanted the maximum pickle. But, like, next year, definitely, I have a better idea of how I want to handle these plants. The parsley also, like, he needs a bit of his own space. He grew a lot. This is July 2nd. This is July 2nd before I forgot. The hose thingy is on, like, a circle thingy. You, like, pull it out and back in. That was also an issue, is whenever we mowed the lawn, I just kept flopping it in the floor and coming back to it to be easy every day, and then when we had to mow the lawn, Tech Demon would roll it back up, and I was like, this is ever, because it's across the yard. And then this is the 9th, and this is where you start to see my issue. This is where the conundrum started. As you can see, the upsides, the eggplant is growing very tall. The peppers are doing good things. There's some vegetables growing. I was really excited, except the bush pickle has started to encroach upon everything around it. He is going into the yard a little bit. You can see his little flowers because he's also going in front of the peppers a bit. He's beginning to become Godzilla. He has to take over everything. He has to destroy. He's begun his regime. Remember when the bush pickle was small? Remember when I said, like, oh, look at this, I could circle my cursor around it, it's tiny. It was such a hassle. It was such an issue. The parsley was getting very bushy. The parsley did very well. I was dumping vegetables onto people towards the end because I can't eat this many vegetables, especially when we were kicked out of the house for a little. I just dumped vegetables on people. But to show some of the vegetable growth, this is the 9th. We're on the 9th now. Had some tomatoes growing, green tomatoes, the beefsteaks. They were doing their thing. I was super excited. So we had some beefsteaks growing. I was so excited by this. Like, I can't articulate. I went inside and I was, like, flipping my shit. So we have our tomatoes. And then we have some flowers and, like, some tiny Anaheims growing. Like, they were flowering. I don't know if you can see, but, like, here, there's one here that's, like, a tiny. Here's a tiny. They were starting to do their thing. Lots of pretty flowers. I had some beautiful flowers. Oh, I really wanted to grow onions. I didn't find any saplings for it, though. It was a matter of what saplings were at the market. Like, I literally was just, I think I might need this. I need this. I got the last bush pickle sapling. I didn't even want to grow them in the first place. It was Tech Demon who eats them. So, like, I ate, like, one, and I was like, this is a vegetable that I don't hate, but I just don't have a need to core every time I want to eat a vegetable, because they also have, like, little prickle spines on them. It's a pickle. It's literally a pickle. But, like, it's like a cactus pickle. You had to, like, take, like, the little pokies out of it, but, like, before you could eat it, or you were going to have a bad time. They weren't, like, super duper long, but, like, it was something I had to consider making anything with the bush pickles. And then, okay, here, I took a better picture. You can see, like, the tiny Anaheims. They're doing their thing. They're growing. Little happy babies. Was so excited by this. I was dumping vegetables. I wasn't, like, throwing them on people, but I was just like, hey, coworker, you know what you've always wanted? A basket of bush pickles. I had so many freaking bush pickles. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. The bush pickles, they were small if you got them when you needed to. Okay, so optimal bush pickle. About like 1.5 2 inches in width tops. And like 4 to 6 inches in length. That way they don't grow their seeds yet, and you can just cut them up and eat them. After you get the spines off, of course. If they get any bigger, you're gonna have to core out the seeds, but it's still edible. It's just kind of a pain. They never lose their things. Pickle Ricks. Listen, they were just as much of assholes, okay? They were just as much of assholes. Oh, here's the cherry tomato, not tomatoes, it's a cherry peppers. Brain. The cherry peppers also, this is still the 9th, mind you. Everything just like, the 9th was like the day of reckoning. Every vegetable started doing their thing on the 9th. So like, we're learning. I'm not very good at, I don't know if I could call myself a teacher of garden, but I can show you how I managed to not kill everything. I didn't kill anything. The Hungarian Hots did not want to make a pepper. But here's these guys. They were starting to do their thing. My grandma ate them with the seeds. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, oh yeah, no, I ate them with the seeds. I was like, okay, grandma, whatever. You do you. You do you, man. You took them off my hands. She traded me actually a bunch of tomatoes and a bunch of extremely hot peppers. And it was hot enough to the point that I, the self-proclaimed champion of spicy, took one bite. And I was like, this isn't that bad, grandma. You're messing with me. I took a second big bite and she was laughing her ass off. I was like, she gave me wheat bread. I was like devouring bread. I was chugging. It was so bad. She thought it was hilarious. And then, of course, proceeded to call my dad and was like, guess what just happened? I love my grandma. She is sassy and wonderful. Oh, grandma has a lot of health problems. I got all my genetics from her, so like dope in advance, but she can't really leave the house at all anymore. So she literally, on her front porch, she had some like garden plots, and that was her whole world. And she's got a green thumb. She made some spicy peppers. She did fantastic. My plant is goth. Just goth pepper. That's it. That's the new fashion. Oh, here it is. The picture. This is also the 9th. Again, this is close-ups of all the things in the 9th. I got cocky. I was like, I can eat this. It's fine. It's not that hot. Grandma's being silly. It was my own fault. I was Icarus and I flew too close to the pepper. I got a lot of stuff from grandma. I got my eyesight. I got a lot of my like bone stuff. I got my height. Like, it's bad. I got a lot of stuff from grandma. Black peppers. Andre, I want one. Give me a pepper. I want a pepper. I did not steal my grandma's thumbs. I also got the carpal tunnel from her. I got all the genetics from grandma. It's a problem. But here is the bush pickle. As you can see, I had to move some of his things back in because he was just growing. I should also mention that his leaves were kind of spiky too, so like digging for bush pickles hurt. I need to get gardening gloves for next year because I kept saying I need to get gloves. You know, this hurts. I need to get gloves, and I just kept I kept forgetting, so I just kept like hurting my hands. I had like little prickles, like splinters stuck in my thumbs like all summer. And this is the 10th. Like, tomatoes are still doing their thing. You know, they're growing. I was really excited. I was ready for the pain. I took the pain, man. I was so excited about these vegetables growing. Like, the fact that these actually grew and made things, like, I was so hyped. I always killed houseplants. Like, having outside plants give me things in return was, like, the most fantastic thing on the planet to me. But these are the tomatoes. They're still doing real good. Like, this is the 10th. This is the day after with super. Summer, you better. I want illegal seeds. I want illegal peppers. I want to break the law with my vegetables. That sounds metal as hell. Honestly, bush pickles were like, no grabby. No grabby. Only water me. You get to look. And let me take over your garden. Bush pickles are selfish. They're selfish things. And on that note, this was the first bush pickle. Now, this is the size you want a bush pickle to be. Like I said, like an inch, maybe 1.5 inches across, 4 to 6 lengthwise. You can kind of see where the spines are on it that you need to take out before you can actually, you know, touch the pickle safely. But this is a size where it's not going to have any seeds, and it's something you can just like chop up and eat as a snack or do whatever you want with it. I don't know how you eat cucumbers. It's basically a cucumber, but like different. Invasive species. I'll grow an invasive species. I live in suburbia. I'm not afraid to introduce my neighbors. This is not that big. I know the picture makes it look super big. I just took a really close picture. I also had to be careful because one of my cutting boards doxes me. And I know that sounds really stupid, but like when we got the house, the home buying, like the real estate people sent us a cutting board shaped like our state. And it's really cute, but I cannot use that cutting board on camera. Interesting. I just want to break the law with my vegetables. This is the cutting board that doesn't dox me, don't worry. This is the big one you've seen in cooking streams, but this is the Anaheim. This is the first Anaheim. I got a skinny one because I wanted to see how hot it was because brain smart. This is the 12th, by the way. I got these on the 12th. So I want to just extract seeds now. I want to break the law. See, I don't know, man. The square states, just, they're not for me. I like living in a shape with a fun... I like living in a shape. I realize my model's glitching a bit. I'm like behind my pop filter right now. I wanted to make sure my mic was close enough you can hear me because, again, sick, not doing so hot, not talking super loud. The part of the back, oh, this is the 15th. Look how, remember when everything was tiny when we first started? Like, everything got so big? Kitchen appliance that can dox me. Yes, I do. And I have to cover the freaking air fryer with a Walmart bag. It's so scuffed. I need to get, like, a cardboard or something for it. Like, the whole cutting board is shaped like my state. Like, it's not just like that, like a wood engraving on it. Like, it is literally shaped like the state. It's cute, but a nuisance when I want to do anything on camera. Oh, but here we go. Everything is super big. I was so excited. This is mid-July, the 15th. The bush pickle is encroaching on everything. As you can see, he's going into the lawn now. It only... Oh, God, that was a painful burp. Oh, God, that was not good. But like, he's going in the lawn now. We have to move him to mow the lawn. He's being a butt. They're so grown up. I was so excited, man. I was so excited. The bush pickle's doing his thing. The eggplant is growing tall and has very large leaves. Like, look at these leaves, man. Like, they're getting big. Like, they're like the size. They're getting the size of my face now. The bush pickle really did. He was colonizing my garden. Here's a better picture of it. Just really take in the fact that he's trying to go into my bell peppers now. Like, he is literally encroaching on the space. Like, he is there. He is in everybody's business. He's being a hassle. He's being an ass. This bush pickle is an asshole. To the left, though, look at... Oh, there's a weed. So, like, that part's not there. Pretend that's not there. I hadn't weeded yet. I want to take pictures first. But all the pepper plants are growing super tall. The tomato plants are also growing super duper tall. And the Roma looks like it might have life. I was just, like, surprised it lasted that long, frankly. But you know what? He was doing his thing. He lasted. He freaking lasted. But this is mid-July. The bush pickle's just being himself. This is a better view of, like, the eggplant. Audrey the Third. Honestly, if you told me I had to sacrifice human blood for this, I would not be surprised. I would not. But the eggplant, he's got massive leaves. I was surprised. Oh, and this next picture. I don't know if this is a testament to how skinny I am or a testament to how large these bush pickles were. But, like, they were wider than my wrist on, like, circumference and all. Like, these things were massive. I was just blown away. This is before I knew. I had to ask Tech Demon's mom. I was like, do they still eat these? I forgot about them. And she told me, like, no, they're fine. You just have to core them now. It's annoying, but, like, you can eat them. They're not poisonous now, but they got so large. I think this is when I went to TrotCon. Yeah, this is the 22nd. This is when I went to TrotCon, and I wasn't there for, like, 3 days, and I came back, and everything was massive. I can't say this is a forearm reveal, mainly for the fact that I've done, like, a lot of cooking streams on camera at this point. Roma wasn't built in a day. You're right, Frauder. Roma was built in 3 months. But this is the bush pickle. They're not poisonous yet. Only when I realized I forgot to pull the garden out when the season was over. But here's a little picture of how everything was growing. There's about there's 6 bush pickles in there. I actually had to eat one of the Xanaheims immediately because I actually pulled the stalk off. You can see it. It's like second from the right. And then there is one of the purple bell peppers. I think it grew like 3. It didn't grow too many. I only had 1 plant, but it still grew a pretty decent amount. This is the 25th. So this is a solid 2 months after I started the garden. Everything is giving me vegetables now. Life is amazing. I love these vegetables. This is when the bush pickles were starting to become a massive problem. Like, this is when I realized this is making too many bush pickles. I don't know what to do with this many bush pickles. Oh God. It made so many. It made so many. Like, there was a lot that just went bad because I didn't have time to cook them and I felt terrible. I was like, I made these and I couldn't. Look at this eggplant. Look how tall he has gotten. Look how, like, large. Look how fanned he was a sturdy plant. Because we also had a couple of really bad storms, and, like, he was just sturdy. The bad storms did hurt the tomatoes a bit. You can see, like, in the picture, the little green ones now. But, like, the windstorms did hurt up the tomatoes a bit. A couple stalks, like, broke because the winds were that heavy. But, like, overall, everything was doing real well. As you can see, I needed to weed. I kept taking these before I weeded. Oh, Veggie Tales. Oh my God, my childhood. My childhood. I just gave everything to my coworkers. I don't go outside. Like, it sounds depressing, but a lot of my social interaction is streaming. That makes me sound sad. I swear I'm a human. But I just kept giving things to my coworkers. Oh my God. Yes, these were the ones that I showed when cooking. Like, these are the bush pickles that you saw. But this is the 27th. Everything was just getting really big. And as you can see, the bush pickle is starting to go towards the eggplant now. Like, he just keeps going. He never stopped. The tomato plant was going tall as hell over here in the corner. I don't get a close-up till later, I think, but he was getting tall. Like, the very far left. And the Roma, that's the point where I realized, oh crap, this thing is living. He is thriving. He hasn't made any tomatoes yet, but he didn't die like I thought he would. Rest good, Frauder. Get some good sleep. You already saw the ending. I showed the vegetables first, so, like, you good. You ain't spoiled. I didn't use anything as compost, actually. I used some fertilizer at the start, and actually it wasn't the right fertilizer. I just had some potted plant soil left over, so I just kind of sprinkled that on the actual tilled plant. See, I live in suburbia. I should interact with the neighbors. Tech Demon has. I just don't. I don't go outside. I'm a recluse. I have the pickle dreams. Hi, Jan. Hi, Jan. It took me a second. My brain is so out of it. I'm gonna go sleep after this, man. But, like, everything was getting big. Here's another picture. Here's more vegetables. More of them, because I just don't stop. The Anaheims produce like crazy. Here's another purple bell pepper. Another little purple dude. And there's more bush pickles. There's so many fucking bush pickles. So many bush pickles. I cannot articulate to you how overwhelming this bush pickle plant was. Like, I had so many of them. It had to produce at least like 40, 50 freaking pickles. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, every day there was at least 2 or 3 new ones. It was so bad. And it kept going into the lawn, and if you get a bush pickle, it needs its own plot. Just save yourself the trouble and just give it its own plot. I did not get a pepper within a pepper. Oh, there's so many dogs in suburbia. The hardest part is, like, I'm chilling on the couch, look out the window, and I see some lady walking her, like, 3 dogs, and I'm just like, I can't go outside. I can't go outside. I'm in my pajamas. I can't be the weirdo with no pants. Can I pet your dogs? I can't be that weirdo. It was so hard. Demon pepper. He wasn't a demon. He was just goth. He's a gothic pepper. Speaking of peppers, though, the cherry peppers, this is August 4th now. This was last month. They started to be red and spicy, and it was fantastic. They started doing their thing. They looked like the picture. Well, at this point, picture of a picture. But this is when they started to be red, and they were very spicy. I put them in enchiladas, and they were freaking fantastic. Like, I loved them to pieces. Delicious. 13 out of 10. And then you can see the Anaheims next to it, like, just in the background there. And this was right before We're gonna come full circle here in a second, but like this is like before, like right at the end of the season. This was when everything was like, I grow one last time and that's what you get, buddy. I got a decent amount of these little red ones too. Like I got a very good spread from all these plants, aside from the Hungarian hots, which mysteriously just never produced anything. I grew stalks for 3 months. That the Hungarian hots were stalks. Oh, tomatoes. I love tomato. Okay, tomato is delicious. The beefsteaks, I took one to work and used it. It was, oh my god, home tomatoes are delicious. And we are now full circle really fast. There's still a few slides after this, don't worry, but this is August 18th. That was the actual date. And this is I picked all of this in one day. All those Anaheims, all the little cherry peppers, all, like, both of those bell peppers, all the tomatoes you see. I got more Romas than beefsteaks in hindsight, which was ironic. But, and all those bush pickles were in one day. All those fucking bush pickles were one day. That's what, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 bush pickles in one day. It was like that every day. There was just so many bush pickles. There was so many freaking bush pickles. So many bush pickles. Eat food good. I need to eat breakfast or dinner still. I'm out of it, man. Tech Demon's been reminding me food exists. I've been a complete, like, bedridden goblin. But, like, everything was phenomenal. Even the jerk bush pickles. I don't know why the ones in the left there grew like little gourds. I don't know what those shapes were about. This was towards the end, so, like, they were just doing their own thing. You know, you do you, bush pickles. You do you. And remember that eggplant that never grew? It grew. It grew all at once. I went to go look at the garden one day, and there's this massive fucker just kind of chilling there. Look at this guy. This is September 2nd, mind you. This is oh, it's mid-October. Oh my god, it's October. What the fuck? Guys, it's October. It's October. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's October. I wouldn't call myself a goth, but I definitely dress like Fall Out Boy and the Backstreet Boys had a collaboration in a fashion line. I feel like that gives a great representation of my style. I drew a picture of me and a bunch of Rise Against merch that I ordered, and that's on my Twitter, and that is honestly a great representation of my fashion. Just add a necklace. Y'all have seen the necklace at this point. I wore it on a cooking stream. It's a little, like, pendant thing, but yes, definitely, like, grunge. But this is the massive eggplant. This is the big boy. My grandma also got this. I wanted to make eggplant, like, I wanted to do fried eggplant over pasta with homemade sauce. I did the pasta with homemade sauce. I think I couldn't find the picture of that, but, like, I couldn't do fried eggplant. I ended up just giving these to my grandma because she wanted it and she loved the crap out of it. And I got her on an eggplant kick, apparently. She's like, oh my god, Himari, I have been eating so many eggplants now. I was like, dope. I got you eating fresh veggies because she's diabetic and she needs to improve her diet, but she doesn't want to because she doesn't go to the store anymore. Comfy clothing is great. All my shirts are large. All of them. I wear a small, but all my shirts are large. It's comfy to have, like, room in a shirt. It's like wearing a blanket. I like wearing a blanket. And my final things here. I got a bonus slide for you. Got a bonus slide. Also, if you were curious, here's the Muse Dash art, but, like, not rainbow. Because I wanted to save the not rainbow version. What I should have done is just, you know, not colored it and just done the rainbow filter, but no, I'm extra. I had to be extra. That's the other fun fact. If you look at my Twitter and it's a day I'm not streaming, I'll post pictures just to kind of keep stuff, just show you I'm still alive. And all of my thumbnails are full bodies. I do not just draw the head. Every thumbnail you see is a full doodle because I don't know when to stop. I just do not know when to stop. It's like, have you ever bored? This sounds like a shameless Twitter plug. I swear it's not. A lot of stuff goes on there, even when I can't stream. I tried to post something every day when I was sick. Like, when I thought, I didn't go to the wedding. I could not go to the wedding. I was too sick. Tech Demon had to go by himself. I was in bed, just dying. For, like, the entire, oh man, we were supposed to be down there for, like, 4 days. He came back and, like, I tried to keep the house clean. It wasn't too hard, you know, when you're in bed the whole time, but, like, I was just sick. I had stuff lined up for the wedding anyways. So, like, I didn't have to go to my like, I didn't have to draw anything new. I just took a bunch of doodles, set them up to go on their own thing, and just went back to bed. It was so bad, though. I get, like, I've been getting super sick. This has not been my year, man. I keep getting sick. Hi, Rag. We are on the bonus slide. And this is the bonus slide here. This is Zatarain's Caribbean rice. And I did double check. The receipt's not going to dox me, but I literally bought, like, God, I bought so much, like 14 in the total. I can't even remember. This is my favorite rice. This is my comfy rice. It is delicious. It is a pineapple. It's a sweet rice. And you're supposed to make it with like chicken or shrimp or something, but I just eat the rice by itself because vegetarian. It is delicious. I cannot buy it up here. They don't sell it up. I'm up north and I cannot buy it. I have to go down south. Whenever I visit family, apparently I look crazy. I don't care. I will go and I will go to the rice section and I will find every single box and buy all of it. I will buy every single box because I only go down like once a year and I can't buy it up here. Rest is secondary. I just can't sit still that long. The first 2 days I didn't have a choice. I was so out of it. I literally slept and watched NCIS, and then I was watching like all of the Sea Dog VA's cringe streams, or not streams, the videos. I watched those for, like, the first 2 days with sleep videos. I couldn't do anything else. I could not even think. I was so sick. The third day I managed to get up and like set up a stream schedule and do the little waiting rooms, and like I did a little bit of computer work, emailed some stuff for college, and then I did too much actually. I passed out the rest of that day, but like I can't sit still. I cannot. I hate not doing something. I don't know, it's ADHD or like I have to do things. Honestly, like, even when you can get the Zatarains on delivery, it's just not as good. Like, they send you the older rice. I know that sounds really silly, but like, it just tastes better when you get it from a store. Even though it is box rice. It's just my favorite. It's so good. And then, oh man, curry is good. There's a lot of Indian places around me, like restaurants, and I like curry. I just don't order it enough, because I also, like, I don't know, I don't order takeout a lot. I ordered a lot of takeout when I was sick because I couldn't cook because I was so sick, and frankly, I'm just not made to order takeout every day. I have like the 5 staple foods I make myself that I like those. And that's about it. Like, I was not made to go, yes, I will order the Chipotle 4 days in a row. It's not for me, Chief. It is not. I never had Chipotle till I moved up here either. I lived in the middle of nowhere. When I was still down south, I lived in the middle of, I lived in like small town nothings. Like, I never had Chipotle. Like, the closest one was in like a big city, like an hour and a half away. When I move up to a college town and I'm over here like, what is a Chipotle? Hotheads? Never heard of it. Listen, they made newspapers when my town got a Starbucks. Like, it was a big deal that we got a Starbucks coming up here and like having like actual activities to do and like movie theaters and not just walking around Walmart for entertainment was freaking buck wild. I want to make my own curry. Oh, like, I really do. It sounds like it'd be super fun. I have to sit down and like look up a recipe. That might be the next cooking stream. I have a couple ideas for the next cooking stream. Setting up for one is a lot, and I've just been so sick and busy. Like, I want to do one, though. Yes, prep, very important. Especially the fact that, like, my channel was kind of blown up the past, like, month or so. I was like, I don't want to just, like, stop. I also got the little, like, uranium clips in advance, too, because I just wanted to have something on the channel, because I knew I wouldn't be streaming for a little bit. Oh, I like to do fried rice and oh man, I'm hungry. I like to do fried rice. I love to make stir fries. My lazy food is stir fries. I'll grab another except I can't call it like a traditional stir fry. Like, if you showed my stir fries to like an actual Asian person, they'd be like, what are you doing? What I do is I just grab every vegetable in the house, put some soy and teriyaki sauce on it, and go to town. Like, my stir fries are not authentic. It's just, I want vegetables and soy sauce, and it's a good combination. See, I never had decent Indian around either until I moved up. Like, I never had Indian food before I moved up here. Like, I literally was just in the middle of sheltered nowhere middle of sheltered American South nowhere. Like, it was bad. I miss Bojangles so bad, though. I miss Bojangles. Like, don't get me wrong, having, like, an actual variety of food and being able to, like, expand my horizons is great, but I just miss Bo Rounds, and I miss the fries. I miss the fries so much. Honestly, I like Chipotle. It's, like, it's not like, oh my god, this is God's gift to the universe, but, like, it is, like, it's a good food. I'll eat it. It makes me happy. I like food. I do have a more... yes, a mortar. I can say words. I have a mortar and pestle. I can say where I can say the words. I have a mortar and pestle. I use it for smashing garlic mostly. But, like, I just can't smash too much at once. I got mine at a flea market. You can see a reoccurring theme where I get a lot of my stuff from. It's, like, a tiny wooden one, so, like, it's not, like, a big one, but, like, it gets the job done if I want to mash up some garlic for, like, hummus or something. I will get better, I promise. Like, I wanted today to be an easy stream. I took off of work last night because I just still felt crap and I didn't want to sneeze all over everyone's food, but, like, I am getting better. This is something I want. It's just easy stream. I'm basically just showing you slides and talking. I am intent on doing Muse Dash, okay? But poor stream has been pushed back like a week and a half at this point. I will do the fucking Muse Dash if it's the last thing I do. I love rhythm games, and it looked really fun. I've never played it. I've just seen, like, clips of gameplay, and, like, not many at that. So, like, that's gonna be a fun one to do. Stew. I could, like, canned vegetable soup. But, like, I'll do that, like, tomato with vegetables in it. That's really good, actually. Oh, I don't want that now. I think I have a can. That's a good sick food. I might do that. Oh, man, but, like, stew is good. I'm with you 100% on, like, that's also a good one to just, like, throw some vegetables in and you good. Oh, man, Indian food. I cannot tell you the name of anything I ate, but, like, it's all good. I'm just kind of like, I'm vegetarian and I like spicy. What do you got for me? And they're like, I got you, fam. I have never had Worcestershire sauce. I have never had it. It has fish in it, so I can't have it. But, like, I don't know. Worcestershire, all I know is I spilled some at work before, and it smells bad. At least to me. I don't care about the smell. Yes, tomorrow we're doing Muse Dash. Tomorrow. It's gonna happen, darn it. It's gonna happen. I'm determined. I really want to do it. It's gonna happen. I have a lot of stuff that I've been, like, slowly working on, too. Like, by 1,000 promise, I'm keeping true to that. There's stuff going on for that. Poor Shoji, though. His model, I actually had to restart it because oh, man, they crashed. I was giving a talk for a local makerspace that actually, bless them, they actually helped BRIMTONE get set up. So I was giving a talk about, like, VTubers and Live 2D, and as I was trying to show them Live 2D, it crashed. And the problem is that was, like, the majority of my talk. And I kind of sat there for a second, like my brain, like, blue screened. And I was like, okay, so that's not working. Here's VTube Studio. I was so stressed. Afterwards, the IT guy was like, I thought it did great. And I was like, it would be better if I actually had the program I wanted to talk about. I mean, Muse Dash is still on sale, I think. It was, like, $6 or something. Oh, God, I have to think about it. Oh, man, I have to, like, actually think. I just was going through Steam one day. I was like, what games in my library do I have that I ain't played? Because I wanted to do something, like, mix it up a bit. And then I was like, oh, yeah, Muse Dash exists. And it was cheap, so I got it. I have a couple of other weird ones. I just wanted to, like, do a couple of weird ones a week. Uranium we're going to go back to next Monday. Uranium kind of got shafted this week because sick. And I had a job interview yesterday it was a phone one, don't worry. I did not go out and, like, spread my germs anywhere. But, like, I had a phone interview, so I, did the phone interview. It does have fish. Without getting too like into it, when you're vegetarian, you read a lot of labels, and it has fish. I cannot remember the specific kind of fish. It was like oh God, I don't know fish at the top of my head here. What's fish? I don't know that vegetable. But yeah, like, there's a lot of stuff you wouldn't expect to be in things. I think I've talked before about Pop-Tarts not being vegetarian. The unfrosted ones are. I love unfrosted strawberry, and I'll eat the blueberry sometimes if, they have them. Sardine, it might be sardine, yeah. I think it might be sardines. See, y'all know your fish. Look, thank you for being my fish brain, Jay and Jan. I got Jay the fish people. Oh man, I never used, I think we have some in the cabinet because I was going to make omu rice for Tech Demon, but like, it's, the recipe I found had fancy ketchup that had Worcestershire in it. But like, I never actually had Worcestershire myself. I just got it for somebody else. I never got a chance to actually make the omu rice. I just got busy. As you can see, there's a reoccurring theme with me here. I just get busy. Read the labels on things. You'll find interesting stuff on there that you never expected. There is vegan Worcestershire sauce. I gotta look into that. There's a lot of stuff, like there's vegan options that just weren't there a few years ago. Like, I can, especially during COVID, like the options for vegetarian and vegan food just like exploded. And it's just been really nice for me because I get to eat a lot of like, well, first of all, the lazy food selection is like insane now. Like there's vegetarian pot pies you can throw in the microwave, and I cannot articulate to you how important that is to my lifestyle. Like, there's just so much that there wasn't a few years ago, and it makes me happy. I have a lot of food options now, especially living in civilization and out the middle of nowhere. Like, I really love food and cooking, so like this, it's been like kid in the candy store for me. I'm happy. It makes me happy. I'm really happy with where I am right now, even if I keep getting, extremely sick. I don't know. Day one, I was in denial because that's when I went to campus and got everything settled. I am going back to college in the spring, and I'm extremely excited about it. But I had to go, and I met up with the financial advisor, and I had to go meet up with my academic advisor. And financial advisor, oh god, that whole day. Her email, like automatic, you have an appointment thingy, had her in the wrong building. She used to work in that building, but she went across the campus. And actually, fun fact, the parking deck I was at was where her office was. Like, actually was. I walked all the way, a 15-minute walk across campus, got told, no, dingus, sorry. Walked all the way back across campus, and after that meeting, I was, super happy. Financial stuff was squared away. I sat in the library and fell asleep. And when I woke up, I was like, I am so tired, because the financial was at 11, and then the only appointment time available for the academic lady was 1:30 p.m. and I go to bed at noon usually. So I was really struggling to stay awake. Oh my god, I fell asleep in the library for a bit charging my phone. I woke up, was like, oh god, I gotta do something. I went and got some Subway to like wake myself up a bit. And I should also mention that my degree is in the business college, and like I said earlier, I dress like Backstreet and Fall Out Boy had a child. So I show up, and my hair is a mess. It was really windy. I'm starting to sniffle because I don't realize it yet, but what I thought were allergies was the sick coming on. And I just looked like, I was expecting one of them to offer me a sandwich because I just genuinely looked kind of homeless. I was in my plaid flannel and I just looked rough. And all the people there, like, they're all business majors. They were clean-cut, business casual with MacBooks and Starbucks. And I definitely got a couple of weird looks walking in there looking like Hagrid. Hi, Black Emerald. I usually don't sleep in public. I was just so tired. I wasn't even in the proper library. I was in the little entrance lobby thing. I sat at this little stool, chair, couch thing and just plugged my phone in and clonked out, head back on the whole 9. I was so tired. Oh man. I've had a little bit of college experience. Why I'm excited is that I dropped out first, actually. I was getting my 4-year. I have a 2-year engineering degree, but the 4-year I was just having so much trouble with, and I got a job in the field and hated it. So now I'm going for TCOM. I'm excited, and I'm gonna have a better time. Wait, where am I moving? Where am I moving? I mean, at least they just stole a 20 and didn't stab you. Silver lining. You didn't get stabbed. I didn't get robbed or anything. I had my bag next to me. Nobody bothered me. I was in a corner. I don't think anybody noticed me. Out. Oh, man. finally, like, I'm no longer at my parents' house, and it's nice. I'm up north, far away from all of the family gunk that I won't go into. Oof. Starbucks, I don't drink. I can't have caffeine. So I just never had Starbucks. I've had like a pastry from them once, but like I don't really touch Starbucks. I'll go to like a Dunkin' and like I'll eat the crap out of their donuts and like their hash browns. It's so good though. Oh my god, I like donuts. Sneak increased. There was like a chick, I was behind her, but like she was across the room from me. Like she was eating Doritos and like working on a term paper or something. So like I had one witness to me, and like she seemed chill enough. I assumed she would tell me if somebody was going to rob me or something. So I didn't even mean to fall asleep, dude. I just passed out. Some people actually are really picky on their coffee. I don't understand it. Again, I can't drink the thing, but like, some people, man. Starbucks is like I think Starbucks is overpriced as it is anyways. I can get like 2 donuts for like $2 at like a Dunkin', if that, and like they're over here like, look at my $5 latte, and I'm just like, why? Their croissants don't even have that much chocolate in them. Like, I just don't understand. That's just me, though. Oh, man. Oh, I gotta pop my back. I still feel not good. I think this is a good stopping point, though. It's been about an hour, and you have now seen my garden. I need to go lay down. I wanted an hour to just kind of hang out and show you my vegetables. I showed you my vegetables. Please respond. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate all of you. I'm sorry, Plum. Actually, Plum, I'll send you my PowerPoint. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you. I'm sorry for the slight like delay in returning. I did not expect to get this sick. It's been not great. I am gonna go and do a sleep, and hopefully I feel like decently better. Tomorrow we're gonna do some Muse Dash. Alright. Everybody have a really good day. I'm gonna go pass out now. Where is my buttons?